Alright, folks. So, it is day 109. We're back on the slimming down process this week. After taking a week off in between. I guess I had a reset week last week. But we are back on it this morning. We're going to see what the scale says.
Hello. Please step on the scale. Your weight is 282.8 pounds.
Alright, so yesterday it was 284.2. Today it's 282.8. So we're almost back down 2 pounds already, just within a day. We're heading back in the right direction. Now, the one thing I did right through all of that messing up on the birthday party and the Easter, I may not have done so well on the limited eating on those days, but what I did do right, no matter what, is I stayed in my window. But that just goes to show, even in your window, you can overdo it. You can overeat, even in your window. Your window is always important to keep in place because that's a guaranteed fasting amount of time that you're going to spend throughout the day. But you can't just go hog wild and eat whatever in the heck you want. Well, you can eat whatever you want, but you got to do it in moderation. You know, like a 1 meal or a 2 meal out of it. At the most, I would say 2 meal. I wouldn't go no further than that. And if you're doing 2 meals, you definitely got to pay attention to how much you're taking in. You know, when you're eating something healthy like the subs I eat often, or even just the Waffle House that I ate yesterday, I did that as 1 meal. You got to pay attention to how much you've taken in order to be successful on the weight loss. Alright, we'll see you in a little bit. So have you ever been watching a social media influencer and hear them talk about willpower and how willpower is not a thing and it doesn't matter when it comes to diet and losing weight? Well, I'm here to tell you that is a bunch of baloney. Willpower is everything when it comes to losing weight. Why would I say such a thing? Well, when they're making these videos, they're not telling you everything about how they're losing weight. They tell you things like self-control and willpower doesn't matter, it is part of the problem. But then, in a completely separate video, they tell you how they only eat 1 to 2 meals a day in order to lose weight, or they might not even say that, but you can tell. A lot of them may not have even been fat in the first place. Already skinny, look good in a 2-piece bathing suit, and they will tell you things like, just do it my way and you're going to be fine. They might not come out and say it exactly like that, but that's what they mean. I mean, after all, without you, the audience, viewing their channel, they have no reason to be here talking about it in the first place. I see a lot of them now. They are coming out and starting to say that fasting plus a proper diet is what you have to do to lose weight. They're starting to admit it. Why are they starting to admit it? Because of people like me. If you're lucky enough to be watching me, you know that I've been losing weight eating what they call the SAD diet. Stands for the Standard American Diet. And losing weight now, going on 4 months. I've told you all along from the beginning that it is all about intermittent fasting and fasting in general. Today, I am considering doing an entire day of fasting without eating not even a 1 meal or a 2 meal. Just to show you how powerful willpower can be. Now with power, of course, comes responsibility. Willpower is what God gave you. It's why you're able to make individual choices. Let's compare it to working a job. Let's just say that you're in a job now, or you've worked a job in the past that you absolutely hated, but you had to go there in order to provide an income to feed your family and to sustain yourself in life. Let's say you was on this job for, hypothetically over 10 years. You did this job because you had to. It took will to get up every morning and go to that job. It is the same thing. Willpower is a thing, and you do need to have it in order to be successful in whatever you're doing. Willpower also works in a negative way. If you make bad choices, like smoking or drinking, that is also a choice through your own will. Quitting is a choice through your own will as well. Losing weight is no different. You've got to restrict in order to achieve weight loss. That's just all there is to it, no matter what diet you're doing. I think all diets are great. My diet is definitely not perfect, but I am a living example of you can lose weight by eating a Whopper at Burger King every day and a large order of French fries. Yesterday I had a grilled chicken sandwich, but that grilled chicken sandwich had grilled onions and cheese on it. And mayonnaise. Mayonnaise and cheese are two big no-nos, right, when it comes to dieting. Depending on the diet you're on, I guess. Unfortunately, moderation does play a key role in diet. Don't let anybody tell you any different. If you've come to this channel looking for a different way, then you've found it. My advice to you is to look for videos that speak of willpower in a positive way, and doing it through willpower, fasting, intermittent fasting, alternate day fasting. I wouldn't go no further than alternate day fasting. At the very most, 3 days of fasting, which I will not be doing. I may do an alternate day fast every now and then. I've always said that I may implement that, and I'm going to probably experiment with that today. So let's test my willpower and see how strong my will is to get through this. One of the things that conflict me the most with willpower, and the reason I started doing intermittent fasting in the first place, was because my wife, she works hard. I've got 2 autistic kids to deal with. She has a steady job that will never leave her as long as she never leaves it. Through home health care, someone out there is always going to need it and be willing to pay for it. And she makes a substantial amount of money, more than what I did when I was warehousing, more than what I did even when I was supervising. Never again. So the point behind that part of the conversation was to just let you know that interferes with my willpower, or at least it used to, until I started implementing intermittent fasting into my life, because I got to thinking about how things go for me, and that's what you got to do. You got to figure out how life goes for you and how to implement it best that works for your unique situation. For me, the intermittent fasting works best because I can eat 1 meal a day with her. That's kind of what she expects out of me as a husband, to sit down and have a meal and enjoy that time together in between her work schedule. Today, her work schedule will be working with clients that will not allow me, to have that time with her. So today, I could skip a meal entirely if I choose to. And I'm thinking about it, okay? I'm thinking about it, so it may or may not happen. You'll know by the end of this video whether it does or doesn't. But definitely, no matter what, it will be an OMAD day just like yesterday. I had a 6-pound gain over the weekend, the Easter weekend. Had a birthday in front of Easter. The dog may bark in a second. You'd have to forgive him. He's a Dachshund Chihuahua mix, and they bark at anything, even if it's nothing. But yes, I can definitely implement a entire day of skipping meal today if I choose to, and I think I'm going to choose to in order to correct the 6-pound gain that I made over the weekend. Now, I made a conscious choice to enjoy that birthday party and Easter through my own free will. I see a lot of people who mess up out there and they try to make excuses for what they done. I'm not making up any excuses for what I done. I enjoyed gaining that 6 pounds. I'm here to tell you now. I knew going into yesterday's weigh-in that something like that was going to occur. And as you can see, I dropped almost a full 2 pounds just implementing one OMAD. So a lot of that, what I was experiencing on the scale yesterday, was partly undigested food and stuff from over the weekend. And more events and holidays are going to come up, and you will see me do exactly the same thing. When Thanksgiving comes, I'm having my turkey and dressing and pumpkin pie and red velvet cake and everything that I can fit in my mouth and comfortably eat for that day. and I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to go right back to what I'm doing now after the fact. What you've got to get strong in above anything else is your willpower. You got to be able to learn to flip it on and off like a switch. Well, flip it on and leave it on. If you're going to eat and overeat, you got to make that decision consciously and not feel guilty about it in order to redeem yourself when you get ready to do so. That is the lesson I have for you for today. And trust me when I say it works better than anything else. It does. The only thing I could do to amplify my weight loss through food is to do some sort of specific diet, which all diets work. But at some point you plateau on them, and they all tell you you've got to do some kind of fasting in order to continue your successful weight loss results. I do agree with that part. How you do your diet is up to you. But fasting is definitely got to be a part of it. That's why I choose to do it with the foods I love. It's a lot easier when you're not restricting yourself of anything but time. Time is easier than restricting food. Alright, that's all I have for now. We'll talk to you in a little while. Alright, so it is 12:34, and I have not made a decision whether I'm going to eat or skip the entire day as of yet. Either way, it will be because of willpower. I would kind of like to skip the entire day if I can. I'm not sure. It depends on whether the wife wants to meet up or not. I'm not going to disappoint her and not have a meal with her if that's what she wants. But I promise you today I will make it a very light meal no matter what. Now, if I do get to do the day skip, it'll be a choice through willpower. I mean, technically I don't know what to do with myself. Normally on my video I look forward to at least showing you a glimpse of what I ate for today. It's not necessary. I mean, after all, when I overate this past weekend, that was also through willpower. It was a personal choice I made. No regrets on any of the weight gain that occurred, but if I can make such a choice willingly, then I can make a choice to correct it willingly as well. So this alternate day fast I'm going to do today, or at least try my best to do at this point of the conversation within this video. You will know later whether I succeeded or not. But those are the plans as of right now. The weight gain is something that I am definitely good at getting it back under control through intermittent fasting. Now, am I going to go an entire 48 hours of not eating? Probably not. Probably not. Today is a Tuesday. My plan is to just not eat nothing for the entire Tuesday. So my meal will fall somewhere tomorrow after 9 a.m. What hour that will be, I don't know. Depends on the situation. I don't know what tomorrow is going to bring. But I do know what today is going to bring. It's going to bring more results on that scale in the morning. I want to amplify those results by a demonstration of willpower. You know what they say doesn't work? Of course I want to eat something right now. Yes, I want to go get me a meal and call it a day. That is what I'm used to. One meal in a day is also willpower. So either way it goes, we'll be practicing that willpower. But willpower is everyone's superpower. It's what God gave us. Alright. This is me at 12:38, lunchtime, rolling along, explaining to you how I plan on finishing out the rest of my day, or possibly planning on that the rest of my day. But hey, I'm honest with you either way. At least I'm not telling you don't believe in willpower. Don't try to do any restrictions. Yes, that is what they are doing. And if you buy into their narrative, then you will be the one that is struggling with weight loss while they are fully well aware of what willpower is all about and implementing some kind of fasting within their protocol to drop their pounds or to keep their weight lost. The myth of moderation is, it is not a myth. Moderation is a good thing, and through moderation you can achieve weight loss success. If I haven't proved it to you enough yet, just keep watching. Eventually I will. Alright folks, so I'm out here on the porch watering the flowers. Boy, these have really come back good since the frost. They are looking a lot better than they did. That whole middle section there was looking a little dead and dry. So I got my pump sprayer here and I'm watering them now. I like this pump sprayer. So I'm in between going to get, well, bringing home my son and fixing to go get my daughter in just a minute. As soon as I'm done watering these plants, I figure it'd give me a minute to talk. So everything lined up in my favor today. The wife had already eaten with her client today, which is normally not what happens. Normally me and her wind up getting something together, but since she eat, that allows me to do the alternate day fast like I was planning, practicing my willpower method of things. I just gotta pump this up real quick. Water pressure. I just leave this sitting out on the porch. That should be enough. Oh yeah, she's spraying now. Get down in that soil real good there. This one's harder to see. This plant done good even through the frost. Those are the ones that the frost almost took out. Oscar. crazy dog. But since we didn't go out to eat, we went and bought some new flowers for this bicycle. I can't pronounce that. Calabratachaca? I have no idea. Anyway, they're these kind of flowers. And I don't know if Walmart watered them or not, so I'm just going to shoot a little bit to each one for now. Just to be on the safe side. I like these flowers better anyway. They're a lot prettier. As you can see, they got that pink there, which is different from this pink here. It has like a little yellow star in the middle of these kind. But yeah, it makes the porch look fantastic. Oh, I almost forgot. I almost forgot one, y'all. Oh, let me get my sprayer. Bring it along over here. We got this little guy that you're supposed to leave in low light. Fits perfectly in the middle of that balloon. I don't know how much water you're supposed to give it, but I don't want to overwater it, so I'm just going to give it a little bit. A little bit there. But anyway, like I was saying, it looks like I'm going to be able to pull it off after all. Now, my mother, her birthday was yesterday, and I got to make it up to her because we were busy yesterday, and I got to take her out for her birthday. That's what I normally do. Sometimes, I do it either before the fact or after the fact because of my unique situation. So one day this week I will take her out for her birthday. Maybe tomorrow, maybe Thursday. I'm not sure which yet, but I'm going to try to skip on doing that today, just because I want to do this intermittent fasting, alternate day fast, whatever you want to call it. It's still intermittent fasting to me. We're just going to skip an entire day of food today. Try to make up a little bit for lost time that I have caused on myself by celebrating a little too hard the Easter and the birthday over the weekend. But hey, I got this. I can do this. I got a little fuzz on my camera, man. Sorry about that. But yeah, that is the plan. Feels weird. I have been almost 26 hours now without food completely. Feels strange. My eating window closes at 5. I hope I can pull this off. I can definitely feel the fastest state kicked in. And it is definitely going to be kicked in a very long time before I eat again if I wind up skipping this entire day of food. But that is the plan for today. I think I can pull this off. I'm pretty sure I can pull this off. Yeah, I got this. I ain't gonna lie, I want to go eat some, that's for sure. And the day's not over yet. I think I'm going to pull this off, though. I really do. Not going to regret it either. I'm going to live to eat whatever in the hell I want another day. Alright, so it is 5:35 p.m. This is the end of the day. And I hate to leave you hanging, but I'm going to leave you hanging. Until tomorrow, you folks have a good one.